Today we're going to be talking about DC film The Batman 2, which is, of course, made by Matt Reeves and is starring Robert Pattinson as the Batman, Bruce Wayne. So, let's take it away. We're going to be talking about some rumors. I love Batman. He's one of the greatest superheroes of all time. I've always loved him. I mean, I have that shelf back there. I've talked about it in past videos. It has everything that I love in my life that I grew up with, that I cherished. And you see that one shelf right in the middle, right there, empty. I took this off the shelf today. It is an old 70s toy of the Batman and Robin in the Batmobile that I love. This was actually my uncle's when he was a little boy. And I have it because I loved it as a kid, and I have it now, just out of pure, you know, uh, childhood joy. And the reason I decided to bring this out is because, well, the Batman 2 is talking about bringing back Robin. Now, for most people, that's like, okay, cool, Robin's back. But if you're really a big fan of Batman, we have not had an on screen live action Robin in a Batman movie since the 90s with Batman and Robin, Chris O'Donnell. Now, you might be like, wait a minute, Ed. The Dark Knight trilogy had Joseph Gordon Levitt. That wasn't no Robin. That was a hint. That was a. Oh, yeah, there he is, by the way. That was a. The studio's still scared to bring Robin back after the failure that was Batman and Robin in the 90s. But the Batman is talking about finally bringing him back. And so I am super excited because he is a great character. And in this gritty world of the Batman, I think it can really, really work out. It can bring Robert Pattinson's Batman this new sense of fulfillment, having this younger person that he needs to take care of who suffered the same fate as him with his parents passing away at a young age. And I just think it's going to be awesome. And other than Robin, there are two other rumors going around. And again, this is all just rumors. This is all just talk. There's none of this is confirmed, okay? We have two villains that they're talking about. One being Clayface, who never had a chance to shine in live action. So I think that would be really, really cool to see. The question is Matt Reeves going to go in the direction of kind of how he did with the Riddler? Instead of it being this, like, big, evil, bad guy, it was just some dude, just doing all this stuff. Just a regular person, which, that's the way real world is. It's crazy, the things that real psychopaths do. Clayface has two formations. Like, it's weird. Back in the day in the comics, he started out more like this on the screen right now. It's just a dude who would put on like a clay mask and a wig, and he would just go out and mess people up. And then there's this version, the later version, who we've seen in animated styles of Batman, who is literally this big clay monster who's like coming to kill you, so it'll be really interesting to see which version they go for, if it's a confirmed Clayface as the bad guy. But there's also another guy in there that I'm really interested in seeing. He also hasn't been seen in live action since the 90s, and that is Mr. Freeze. Oh yeah, Arnie himself. Arnold Schwarzenegger played Mr. Freeze back in Batman and Robin, and I loved everything about Mr. Freeze in that movie. Every chance he got, he made a pun about being cold, and it was just the worst and the best. Little kid me loved it, adult me loves it because I'm like, holy shit, this is terrible, and I love, like, it's great. It is wonderful. Something about me is that I just love crappy movies, like movies that are just dumb, and Batman and Robin, it really just is. I mean, chock full of dumb. So I'm super excited to see what they're going to be doing with that. Are they going to have a very, like, comedic style like in the 90s? Or are they going to try and bring a more realistic, dark, and sadistic Mr. Freeze, much like in the comics and animations that we've seen? especially because the design of Arnold Schwarzenegger in the 90s was so, like, different than the regular design. And this is the design on the screen now of how Mr. Freeze usually is in animation and comics. I like that design. I remember watching Batman Sub-Zero, loving that design. I thought it was a fantastic movie, especially even though it's animated. Like, people need to realize back then animation wasn't taken as serious as it is now. Like how Into the Spider-Verse is so big and people are like, wow, that's an incredible work of art. Nobody talked about animation like that back then in the 90s and 2000s. Nobody cared. It was a kids thing. And so Sub-Zero, he looks just so fantastic. And so I really hope that they bring that design in. They don't change it up at all. If he is eventually confirmed to be the bad guy in this film, I don't know who would play him, but I'm sure as time grows nearer and if it's confirmed, a ton of possibilities are going to start popping up. And I think there's already been talks that I forget the name of the actor who plays Hannibal Lecter in the Hannibal TV show. I think there's already talks of people wanting him to play Mr. Freeze if he's in this new Batman movie. And there's also been talks of, what's his name? The guy that plays Gus Fring in Breaking Bad. They want him to play Mr. Freeze, which would really be interesting because the actor, and I'm sorry, I don't remember his name, but that actor, he is so, like, good at being very deadpan, like, stare, and he's very dry humor, and I feel like that's something Mr. Freeze needs. You know what I mean? Like, we've already seen the overly ridiculous Mr. Freeze. Now let's see that very subtle, realistic, and sadistic Mr. Freeze. I would love to see it. I think it would work in the world of Robert Pattinson's The Batman. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think the Robin, Mr. Freeze, and Clayface are all just talk that none of that's actually going to happen? Or do you think it could happen? Do you think it's going to really come into play on the movie screen? And if so, which one of the villains would you rather, Clayface or Mr. Freeze? And if you have any thoughts on who would play these characters in the live-action world, go ahead and comment down below. I want to hear all of your thoughts because genuinely, this stuff is super interesting to me. So I really want to know. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. Leave it a like down below if you enjoyed it. It lets me know what content to keep on pushing out. And if you're new to the channel and you want to talk more about movies with me, go ahead and subscribe. I make content 3 times every week. Try and get something out to you Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. So thank you guys, and I'll see you later.